Welcome to Eager Little Beavers.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Raising Them Right, the podcast where we dive deep into the science and strategies of effective parenting. I'm your host, Almaz, and today we're exploring a question that's crucial for every parent. Is there a right way to discipline and reward your child? To help us unpack this, we're drawing from an insightful conversation between Jay Shetty and his guest, Dr. Aliza Pressman, on Jay's podcast. Dr. Pressman is a developmental psychologist and a co-founder of the Mount Sinai Parenting Center. She is renowned for her evidence-based approaches to parenting and has spent years helping families navigate the challenges of raising children in today's world. In their conversation, Dr. Pressman shared some fantastic science-backed strategies, which I'm excited to share with you today. In this episode, Dr. Aliza Pressman emphasizes that discipline isn't just about correcting behavior, it's about teaching. This concept aligns perfectly with what we've discussed in previous episodes of Raising Them Right. Discipline should guide our children towards understanding the consequences of their actions and help them develop their skills they need to make them a better person. Dr. Pressman highlighted that effective discipline isn't about punishment or instilling fear. Instead, it's about setting clear, consistent boundaries and using positive reinforcement to encourage that behaviors that we want to see more of. This approach ensures that we're not just correcting our children's behavior, we're teaching them how to self-regulate and develop a strong sense of responsibility. One of the key takeaways from the podcast, as discussed by Dr. Aliza Pressman, is the importance of positive reinforcement. She explains how rewards are more effective when they're immediate, specific, and directly tied to the behavior we want to reinforce. This is something that we've touched on here at Raising Them Right. The idea that specific praise, like "I really appreciate how you shared your toys today," can be far more impactful than just a generic "good job." Dr. Pressman also points out that while tangible rewards like stickers or extra playtime can be motivating, the most powerful rewards often come in the form of verbal praise and affection. A simple "I'm proud of you, you mean the world to me," can go a long way. This approach not only reinforces positive behavior, but also strengthens the emotional connection between a parent and a child. Finding the right balance between discipline and rewards is a challenge that Dr. Aliza Pressman addresses with great insight. It's something we've explored in previous episodes of the podcast as well. Dr. Pressman warns that too much focus on rewards can lead to children only behaving well when there's something in it for them, while too much discipline can create a negative fear-based environment. Her advice, echoed by Jay Shetty, is all about consistency and communication, making sure your child knows what's expected of them and what the consequences will be. This ties back to our discussion on creating a balanced approach where discipline and rewards work together to encourage internal motivation and responsible behavior. In the podcast, Dr. Aliza Pressman also highlights the role of emotional intelligence in parenting, a topic we've delved into deeply here on Raising Them Right. Teaching our children to recognize and manage their emotions is just as important as teaching them to follow rules. Dr. Pressman suggests that by helping our kids to understand their feelings, we're better equipping them to handle frustration, anger, and disappointment, all emotions that can lead to challenging behaviors. Now, the next time your child is upset, instead of jumping straight to discipline, try connecting with them on an emotional level. Dr. Pressman's approach, which we've echoed here before, is to validate their emotions first. "I can see you're really angry right now. Let's talk about what's making you feel this way." By doing this, we're teaching them invaluable emotional regulation skills that will serve them throughout their whole life. As we wrap up today's episode, let's remember that the strategies Dr. Aliza Pressman shares and what we discuss here in parenting, Raising Them Right, are all about progress, not perfection. Parenting is a journey, and in every episode of this podcast, we aim to provide you with tools and insights to make that journey a little more smoother. So whether you're a long-time listener or just tuning in for the first time, take these science-backed strategies from Dr. Aliza Pressman and with Jay Shetty and see how they can fit into your daily life. And remember, the goal isn't just to manage behavior. It's to raise kids who are emotionally intelligent, self-resilient, and self-compassionate. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Raising Them Right. If you found today's discussion helpful, be sure to check out the full episode of Jay Shetty's podcast with Dr. Aliza Pressman for more insightful parenting advice. And of course, keep tuning in here for more tips and advice on raising your children right. Please subscribe, leave a review, and share this podcast with other parents who are sort of on the same journey as you. Together, we can raise the next generation right. Good luck.
Thank you for watching. Remember to take care of yourself because you're worth it. If you enjoyed our video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more interesting and informative parental support.